Hello, and thank you for joining us. My name is Becca, and I'm here with a few of my fellow colleagues from LifeCircles to talk about the holidays. We have Jen, Isla, and Cody. The holidays are great, but sometimes it can bring increased stress and difficulty to people's lives, especially those in the role of a caregiver. We're going to do our best to give some tips and tricks to help navigate through some of the struggles the holidays can bring. So Jen, we'll start with you. What's your take on quantity versus quality during the holidays with loved ones?
Quantity without a lot of structure can sometimes backfire. It's probably easier for some of our participants and care partners to have less time with loved ones, but really structure that time. So it's wonderful conversation, maybe games, fun activities. We want the holidays to be meaningful. And when we start to feel the strain of staying somewhere too long, we open the door for potential challenging interactions or situations to arise. So less is more.
That's so important, Jen. I feel like sometimes that's a little bit overlooked. So thanks for sharing. Am I the only one who has too many holiday traditions to keep up with? Cookie baking, gift wrapping, decorating the tree, visiting Santa at the mall. It's so much to keep up with.
Wow, yes. Holidays can be loads of fun, but it can also feel stressful to maintain the same level of activity from year to year just because it's tradition. Sometimes picking and choosing activities instead of doing them all can help everyone enjoy them more. Especially when loved ones have different energy levels from years past, it's helpful to focus on the simpler things that makes time together so special.
Very true. Sharing photos and memories can be a really great way to still honor family traditions. And that makes me think, sometimes the holidays are a difficult time of the year for people, especially those who have suffered the loss of a loved one. Grieving is hard at any time of the year, but can hit especially hard during the holidays. Here are a few ideas on how to celebrate your lost loved one's life. You could light a memorial and keep it burning. This is a really beautiful and peaceful way to symbolize your loved one and have a reminder of their presence. If you have the tradition of hanging stockings, you could continue to hang theirs too. Family, friends, and loved ones could write short memorial notes or stories and put them in the stocking. You could donate to a cause or a charity in your loved one's name, or even set a place at the dinner table for them. There's so many more ways that you could honor your loved ones, and obviously this is just a few. So we know the holidays can be tough, and that brings up a lot of different emotions for people. Cody, what are your recommendations for navigating the many emotions the holidays can bring?
Yeah, so while the universal highlight of the Christmas season is joy, it's understandable that for many reasons, the holidays may not always bring everyone these joyful moments, especially for those who are caring for their loved ones who are experiencing loss, decline, and pain. Your caregiver burnout may be increased by the expectations that are set by yourself or others, and visiting family members may pass along unsolicited advice while at the dinner table. In these trying times, do your best to own your feelings and focus your energy on changing what you can control. Try becoming comfortable in the reality that it's okay to not be okay. Remember the aspects of self-care during the holidays that you have control over, such as eating healthy, drinking water, taking your prescribed medications, not overdoing the alcohol, and resting when you're able to. Also, trying to implement other coping skills during the difficult holiday moments, such as reciting positive affirmations before having a visit from an Aunt Karen, focusing on gratitude, taking a deep breath and a moment to yourself when it's needed, praying or meditating, taking a walk or exercising, and playing your favorite music, even if it's not Christmas music. Our hope is that all of our beloved caregivers will find the slightest aspects of joy during this holiday season, because we are grateful for the sacrifices that you make every day. We know not everything about this journey is joyful, and we encourage you to ask for help when you're not okay.
I really like that you said it's okay not to be okay. I think that we've all been there before, and I think sometimes our caregivers need to recognize that they're there too. So this next question is directed at Jen. Tell me a little bit about sensory awareness and how we can improve it during the holidays.
Sure, it is easy to become overwhelmed during what is supposed to be the most joyous time of the year. We do not even realize how the clatter of dinner preparations, the smell of tasty food, the sounds of kids playing, and the sight of even an excited dog can really impact us. Even when our senses are detecting things we enjoy, there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. So being aware that the holiday environment can be so much different than what we are used to day, especially for our loved ones experiencing brain change. So as care partners, let us pay attention to the lighting of the room. Is it too dark or too light? The busyness of the room, the sounds, the smells. Remembering when multiple senses are stimulated all at once, it can be too much. So there is a quieter place where my loved one can regroup for a few, maybe visit with just one or two family members, or take a cat nap if they wanted. These breaks from the rigmarole may help lengthen the time that can be successfully spent with family during the holidays.
Great discussion, guys. Isla, what can you share about setting boundaries?
Yeah, it's okay to say no. We can say no to seeing loved ones or taking on more responsibilities when there's already too much on our plate. Saying no can be really hard because we don't want to disappoint people we love. But it's easier to communicate your boundaries ahead of an event so that everyone can be on the same page. For example, yes, I'd love to have you over for Christmas, but I will need you to leave by 3 p.m. It's helpful for everyone involved.
Yes, definitely learning to say no. That is a great tip, Isla. So this next topic, it can be a little bit difficult to talk about, but it should not be overlooked. Jen, what are your suggestions for loved ones that are in skilled nursing facilities or assisted living facilities, and they're not able to have visitors because of COVID, or maybe only 2 visitors at a time? Who goes and what do we say?
This is a tough one, Becca. Having a loved one in a skilled nursing facility or assisted living can really change the way the holidays look and feel. If restrictions are in place and no visit can occur, can we use technology for connection? Is there a tablet or a cell phone option that would allow for some FaceTime? Another option that sustains a feeling of connection is a homemade poster wishing that loved one a Merry Christmas with labeled pictures of family and friends. Maybe dropping off a favorite snack, dessert, or meal that could help that person feel thought of. As we saw last year, lots of window visits happened. So could we do an intentional family activity outside the window of your loved one? Sing Christmas carols with a phone on speaker so maybe it can be heard more easily inside the building, or use a window area that's more public so Christmas cheer can spread to other residents. It is very sad that we cannot share space with our loved ones the way that we would like during the holidays, especially during a pandemic, but we can make intentional efforts to connect and show our loved ones value. And if your loved one can only have 1 or 2 visitors, maybe find out from your loved one which visitors they would really like to see at Christmas. Maybe there are out of town family or friends that could come visit that they don't normally get to see. So assist your loved one in making that time the best it can be. Maybe bring pictures on a phone or tablet, reminisce about happy memories and holidays, bring a snack if you're allowed to maybe share, and just create that sense of connection and companionship. We are so hardwired to experience and seek out connection from others. So if we can structure some time to meet that need, even if it's not ideal, it can be very meaningful, especially during the holidays.
You're so right, Jen. Sometimes it's the little things that matter the most. There are people who love gift giving and receiving, but there's others that dread it. No matter where you stand, we can all acknowledge that there's a level of stress associated with Christmas shopping, gift wrapping, and gift giving, especially to someone who is already tasked with so many other responsibilities as a caregiver. What are some tips to make Christmas shopping and gift giving a little less stressful for our caregivers?
For holiday gift giving and shopping, we recommend that you delegate as much as possible. Try to arrange your schedule early to allow for a family member to stay with your loved one so you can go enjoy some time out of the home and check off your Christmas shopping list. Otherwise, sending your list on to a friend or a neighbor, and remember to use the wonderful world of technology to order gifts online that are sent to your home or the receiver's home, which takes the chaotic store experience out of the equation. And if the thought of figuring out gifts for several grandchildren is stressful, remember the ability to purchase experiences online, such as Zoom memberships or dance classes. With that being said, we also want to acknowledge that the ability to access these gifts or experiences may be problematic for some members of our community. Remember, if you are in need during the holidays, reach out to 211 to access local resources that support families during this Christmas season.
So there are so many different things that happen during the holidays that sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves. I am so excited to announce that here at LifeCircles, we're working on a program to specifically serve our caregivers. It's called Positive Approach to Care, or PAC for short. In January 2022, we are going to be starting a caregiver support group for caregivers to come together, share their experiences, and find ways to make some changes to better impact both them and the person they're caring for. We will be sending out more information soon, but when the time comes, we hope to see you there. From everybody at LifeCircles,
Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
Holidays.